Explosives are only as dangerous as the person who builds them.
Uh-oh.
Are you fucking kidding me right now, Spirit Breaker? Before I even start this video, let me introduce myself. My name is Alexander Dager. I am a 6K Dota 2 player who specializes in Techies, Phoenix, and Earth Spirit. I'm most widely known for popularizing the Blink Dagger Techies that helped EG win TI5, while also assisting Owie 2000 with his Techies gameplay. I have over 1,000 Techies matches, and I have found a way to play him despite his gargantuan nerfs. Techies is the only hero in Dota that I can play over and over again without getting bored. That is because I feel I am in more control of the game playing Techies. If I can dictate the way the game is played, then I can dictate who the victor shall be as well. Also, Techies forces me to think of the game in a way that allows me to be thinking consistently 5 steps ahead rather than just 1 or 2. That style of thinking is what has led me to my success on this hero. And I also love to watch the world burn. I'm not gonna lie, Techies is a hard hero to be really successful with. He takes lots of experience, similar to a hero like Earth Spirit. But I promise you, once you fully understand the hero, you can get away with shit like this.
Everybody make it back?
I think so.
Yup.
Who keeps talking?
Patch 7.0 was a dark time for all Techies players. Techies received some pretty heavy nerfs in 7.0 that caused me to want to start playing a few more heroes and switch away from Techies. I have recently reformed back to my old ways and have started spamming Techies once again. This time I typically play him as a roamer / position 4 instead of his traditional role as an offlaner. We can talk about how terrible the changes were and cry about how he is not in captain's mode, but let's be honest. Ice Frog wanted to kill this hero's competitive potential. I personally believe it is because the skill ceiling on the hero is what frightens the competitive scene. Techies has changed forever, however, and as Techies players we must come to acceptance on this matter. The psychology of the game is very important when playing the Goblin Techies. Finding weak-minded individuals on the opposing team is a very easy way to secure a victory for yourself. If you find a target that seems to be easily tilted, make them the target of your traps to ensure a smooth victory. I assure you, it is easier than it seems. Let's get right into the starting items. Now, if we're going to talk about starting items, I need you guys to know that there are 2 different ways of playing this position for Techies at the moment. The first starting kit would be an Orb of Venom, a set of Tangos, 1 Salve, and 2 Iron Branches. With the new wave of carry players copying the pros, in higher skill games you are going to be up against a poor man's shield. Having an Oov can allow you to trade with the supports much easier with your long range attack, while also being able to constantly barrage the carry with Oov ticks. When playing this style of Techies, you're going to be harassing the enemy supports and safe lane carry while dual laning with your offlaner. If you can catch one of the supports or carry off guard with your lane partner's spell, you may just be able to land yourself a first blood. Skilling Blast Off first is an easy way to ensure you deny yourself if things go wrong, and to give your team a chance for first blood. Blast Off's cooldown is a consistent 35 seconds throughout the game, meaning you can potentially do 300 damage at level 1 every 35 seconds. Proximity mines are terrible at level 1. I find I can be much more useful using Blast Off. The second style I play of Techies is more of a position 5 rather than a full position 4. I sometimes will even buy the courier as Techies. With this style, starting with a couple of TPs and smokes is the way to go. You will often find that players do not expect the damage from Blast Off level 1. Surprising the enemy mid laner with a Blast Off while smoke can kill the enemy off laner or mid, or at least create that threat for them to be aware of. This style is all about being in the right place at the right time. Blast Off can counter a gank very effectively with its silence attribute. Mining. There are so many different things we could cover with mining, but I'll start with the basics for you and then move to more advanced mine placements. With the new change to proximity mines, it is very challenging to catch an opponent off guard, especially in the higher skill brackets. Laying these mines effectively can be game-changing in team fights early to mid-game. The first mine trap is the basic proximity trap, laying 2 mines on each end of a ramp placed perfectly where if an opponent walks up the ramp, both mines will go off if not destroyed. The second mining technique I will show you is the stasis landmine remote, or what I like to call slimmer. You will lay your one landmine with a stasis position just an inch or so on the opposite side of where the enemies are coming from. Then you top it off with a remote mine. This stack is great for killing supports in the mid-game. The third and final basic mining technique is the double landmine stasis remote trap. Use these traps in any stage of the game for key bounties on the enemy cores. Remember, with the slimmer and this trap, you can use as many remotes as you think are necessary. Mine theory. To be a good Techies player, you must understand basic mine theory. Once you increase your probability of success, you will see more success. Alexander T. Dagger. Now, that sounds silly, but really think about this. Using fog of war and map elevation is what Techies is all about. Use your mines in effective locations. Don't ever waste time as Techies. You can ask other great Techies players like Broxy what they think that the most important part of Techies is, and I'm sure they will say time management. Putting down mines in the best possible places at the best possible times isn't always possible. But that's when you move to the second best location. Managing your time as Techies will in turn yield greater results. Advanced mining. Fine, you guys want my secrets? Here they are. You think Techies is easily countered by a gem? I've collected over 4,000 gems from my opponents over my years. I wipe my ass with a gem, and that's how you should think too. Using the trees as cover for your remote mines while the enemy is holding a gem can turn a game immediately for you. There are all different sorts of positions for these mines. The map is your oyster. You have the tools right in front of you to start winning, so just do it, Kappa. The legendary Fountain Run. Only true Techies players know of the mythical Fountain Run. Is it a myth? Are you actually able to lay mines in the enemy fountain? I'm here to tell you it's a real thing, and I've been doing it. What you're going to need to complete this run is a Blink Dagger, Aghanim Scepter, 2 Smokes of Deceit, and a TP Scroll. After dying to an explosion in their own fountain undetected, your opponent is probably just like, what the fuck? And then you win the game. In conclusion, I must say, Techies is the greatest hero in Dota 2, and I hope we get to see him in Captain's Mode soon. Thank you for watching my ultimate guide to Goblin Techies, and you can check out my stream at twitch.tv/robot77v1c377 for daily Techies. I will be posting a new video within the week of just Techies highlights of over 150 Techies masters in the last month in a montage style. Make sure to subscribe to be notified when it goes live. If you have any questions for me, you can either leave a comment on the video or contact me at RobotVice's on Twitter. Thank you, everyone.